In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can create point, line, and polygon features on ArcGIS. And we call it how we can digitize the data. So first of all, I'm going to open, the ArcGIS software. ArcMap. So first of all, you're going to click at the ArcMap, right? So now you've opened software, and now you're going to start how you can create your own point, line, and polygon shape features shapefile. It's taking a bit longer. Yes, we will wait. Okay, so here it is. First of all, this page will pop up. You just need to do nothing about it, just cross it. So a lot of students was facing the problem that it was really difficult for them to see, the toolbars that are visible over here. So what you have to do, you have to go to the customized options, and then you have to click checkbox the editor, checkbox the main menu, and the standard in the tool check box, right? So if you see over here, if I uncheck this box, you see that my tab has been removed. And when I clicked it, it appeared. And similarly, so yeah, you see here it disappeared, okay? And here when I checked, it appeared. And similarly, when I unchecked it, we cannot uncheck this one. But if I check the tools one, it disappeared. And when I check it, it again showed up. Okay, so now you just close. Now everything is ready. Okay. So first of all, what you have to do is you have already created your folder, and now you have to create shapefile. So first step in digitizing your data on the map, the very important thing is to create shapefile. If you will not create shapefile, it's very difficult for you to start with the work because it will show an error. Your software will not work. So now I have placed my data in the 6th and the last semester. So now we have this kind of, things. These all the folders appearing. So now I'm just clicking because I have, saved my data in it. So it's connecting. So we have like kind of 4, images, right? So first of all, what we're going to do, we're going to create a shapefile. So what I will do, I will create a point shapefile. I will create a line shapefile. I will create a polygon shapefile. All right. Before loading these, maps into my software, I will first have to create shapefile. So how can I create a shapefile, right? That's the question. How first you would create a shapefile? You might be wondering that how to create a shapefile, as I already talked to you about this. So what you're going to do first, you have to create a shapefile, right? So you're going to click in the folder in which you have saved all of your files. You have to click shapefile, right? So now, in this category, you have to decide which shapefiles you want to create. You want a point, you want a polyline, you want a polygon. So as in this video, we're just going to focus on 3 features: point, the poly, the line, and the polygon. So I'm just going to name the file according to my own. I'm going to put in like 216, I'm just going to put EN, and I'm just going to put in 22, right? So whatever you like to, like, you know, according to your own choice. And I'm just, you know, just, you know, randomly putting SF shapefile. I'm just gonna, you know, consider it a point, right? So now I said, okay, all right. So here we go. We get our first shapefile, that is point shapefile, right? So I've shown you how to create a shapefile. This is how you start. So you can see over here, you've created your shapefile, right? So now, what I would do, I would create my other shapefiles as well, so that I don't have to create them later. I will name one. I will create a shapefile. I will create a polyline. Then I will again label them like 16 and whatever. You can just save it with your own roll number and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna say okay. Here is my second shapefile, which is for the line, and you can see the difference in the symbols. That, you know, here is a point and here's a line. So I'm just creating my next shapefile that is for the polygon, because on my map there are 3 features: the point, the line, and the polygon. So here is the polygon. Now I'm gonna label it again to, you know, identify with the name of my file and how I'm just gonna save it. Okay, there we go. All right. So we have now created 3 files. One is the point file, the other is the line, and the other is for the polygon. So here we go. So here we have, like, we can uncheck them, we can check them, or whatever we do accordingly. So first of all, what I'm just gonna do is, here is the attribute table that will basically show the ID number of every point that you will locate at the point. So just forget it for a while. So now here is the thing. Here is the point where I'm just gonna import all of my, you know, pictures in the software. So I'm just gonna select 1, 2, 3, 4, and then here we go. So as you can see that we cannot see our map, so I'm gonna do this clear. Oh, it's not visible, right? We have to make sure that, why is it not visible? Okay, so I'm just first gonna open these files, right? So over here, then pressing Control to select all of these files. Yeah, so here is the map. If you uncheck it, it would take half of this. So why are they in pieces? The reason is that during when satellites is capturing the images, it's taking one part and ignoring the other part, right? So because it's in continuous rotation and it's taking picture in pieces, then it's, you know, and we are collecting the pictures and we are creating a combined file in which we call it mosaic, and we're creating a mosaic. And so the mosaic was not created, that's why we had pictures in pieces, and we then arranged in 1, 2, 3, 4 so that we can have a full map, right? So here is a full map. So now I'm just gonna create a shapefile, right? As I told you earlier, that was a mistake. I created shapefile earlier, and that created a problem. So now I'm just gonna again create a point shapefile, and then I'm gonna create a line one, and then a polygon. There we go. Here's a polygon. Again, second one. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna plot 50 points, 50 lines, and 50 polygons. That would be much easier for you people to understand. How you gonna do? So it says that it already exists, so I will change name of bit so that it doesn't contradict with that. I have this tray of polygon. I'm going to create the roll number so that my teacher can easily see my roll number and check my assignment. Okay, so it's a polygon. So here we go. So we have two files over here. So now I'm gonna say zoom to layer. Okay. And say no zoom to layer. Here is the zoom to layer feature and how do you use it. So basically, if I do zoom to layer over here, it will show this part. It will show zoom to layer over here. It will show that part, and then so on. So it's how to work. So if I would say that zoom to layer over this, it will disappear because that's the point feature, and the point feature will appear, and you don't have to do anything about it, right? So just undo that and just start working. So here is the hand so that you can drag your map all over the software where you want. Okay, so now I'm going to do one important thing, that is setting the coordinate system. Now, how do you set the coordinate system? First, you have to right click over here. You just have to go over property. So now here, like kind of below this, mention over here. So you said it's the name of the geographical coordinate system and the projected coordinate system. So I'm going to just choose the geographic coordinate system. I'm going to see that what's in there, and then I'm going to basically name it. Now I'm going to click over geographical coordinate system, and I'm going to open the world, and I'm going to see that, okay, so WGS 1984 is the most commonly used coordinate system, so I'm using it here. Okay, so I've set the coordinate system. I'm using the WGS 1984 coordinate system. So here, now what we can do, so yeah, so first of all, I'm going to just start. I'm just very excited. Now I'm going to start it. I'm going to, okay, so the next point is that, as we've already discussed, we create the shape files, we create three shape files, point, line, and polygon, and we have to create points. So what you're going to do, you're going to do two things. First, plot 50 points, and the second thing is that name them. So in order to label them, you have to first, before doing anything, you have to start editing. For this, just going to do like start editing. That means that now, okay, so we just have to see the warnings first. What's the thing? You say the spatial reference does not match data frame. Spatial reference does not match data frame. Okay, we have to look into this thing first. So now that I think first you have to create features. Like for instance, in my case, what I did that I selected this point, put it in my own bit. So what did I do? I selected an octagon and I chose color twice, and I changed the size accordingly. I'm choosing 20. Okay, so just say okay, and then what we're just gonna do, we're just gonna say create features. And in this section, what we'll do, whenever I will click on this, I will be able to put my point feature on anywhere in the software. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to do zoom to there, and I'm going to, say, like for instance, choosing any point on the map. Let's say, okay, so first I have to make sure I start editing. Starting editing is the first point you have to do with your locating your point. So first, for example, I'm choosing this colony. So remember that I have to plot 50 points. One of this one, and then choose it. Publish. Okay. First, to keep track that where you're allocating your points, you can check the attribute table. And for checking the attribute table, you can see it's not visible. You can have stop editing. And you said, do you want to save the edit? Yes, we want to save the edit. And what you have to do now, as you have stop editing, you should be able to see the attribute table. So now, the attribute table. So it's here we have attribute table that you have located 7 points, right? I'm just gonna close it. I'm just gonna start editing. Okay. And then I'm gonna say that create feature. And this instead of not liking the color, I'm gonna choose this octagon and making the point a little bigger and changing the color. You can change it accordingly. You see that the color has been changed. Now, as usual, you just have to pick the coin over here, and keep on lifting the coins unless they are 50. So here we have already plotted 52 points, 2 points extra, and that was my mistake because I kept on locating the points. So now I will show you how to allocate. So I chose random points, areas that were not in the areas where I want to draw polygons. So I just selected some random points, and now I should be, labeling them. So how can we label them? Okay. So first, if you stop edit, you save yes, and if you start editing, you just have to open the attribute table. And when you open the attribute table, you see that there are a lot of points that are generated over here. There are 2 points in total. And then in order to add field over here, you have to stop editing. And then you add field. And what should be? There should be text because I want to name them, right? Names. So just, select it randomly. So length of the text is 50. You can increase accordingly as you want. However, you won't be needing it, but still just showing you that this is also an option. So here you put the name. For example, if I see here, now I find my point. Where is it? It is somewhere over here. Okay, we have to go about, we have to see here's our point. Here's our point, okay? So we want to name it, okay? So how would we do that? So according to me, what we have to do, we will zoom it in, and just remove the layer. And see this is a little bit apart. It has to, okay, for your convenience, you should select the option. So in order to write it in this box, I will have to start editing. Here I will write, okay, this is how it will work. This is how I'm gonna put the names in all the computer boxes. And then I will see you in the line feature method.